Welcome back to the final episode of this career mode here. Final season of this RB Leipzig Career Mode here on FC25, where we are going to simply just try and win everything that we can win this season, including the Super Cup, which will start today's episode. We'll play today's game. We'll also try and win the DFB Pokal this season. Obviously, the main thing is the Champions League, and then also trying to go 3 in a row in the Bundesliga as well. We do have over 300 million in the bank into the budget there. We do have Luis Openda back from suspension. He's back, but from 87 overall down to 82 has me thinking, do we want to bring in another striker, or do we still trust in Luis Openda? I know my answer. We're just going to kind of go dumb with the money, to be honest. Right wing improvement is definitely on the cards. Left wing improvement is not really on the cards. Maybe a midfield for Guendouzi, maybe another center back possibly, maybe even a right back. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But first, I do want to bring in a striker. And the striker we have decided to sign to bring into the squad, or shall I say bring back. He was a loanee after our transfer ban for strikers got lifted in January. We bring Marmoush back into the squad, this time on a permanent deal. It's a lot more expensive than a loan deal, from free on the game basis to 108 million. He comes into the squad. He'll be our number 1 striker. Welcome in Marmoush from Leeds United. And while we might be saying goodbye to Johan Bakayoko, we are also saying hello in that same breath here with Ryan Cherki. He joins them from Tottenham and includes a swap deal of him and Johan Bakayoko plus 25 million on top of that cash value as well. He's going to come in 25 years old or 24. He's either 25 and 87 or Bakayoko is 25 and 84. Somebody's 25, somebody's 24. They both have around the same market value, which is weird considering he was 3 overalls less than Ryan Cherki for Bakayoko. Bakayoko is obviously a great footballer here. He's been great for us, but it's about taking that next step up. And, well, this is that next step up for us. Ryan Cherki coming in. Welcome in from Tottenham. And we say goodbye to Yan Diamande. He was a service for us for half of the season last season, and we shall goodbye to him. Off to Bayern Munich for around 12 million. Goodbye, sir. And we make one final signing, adding some depth in our center backs and also improving the depth as well, because we say goodbye to Matteo Gabbia. He's off, and we bring in Pau Cabarsi, who's just better than him, and he'll provide backup. And to be honest, he could compete Mark Gahey for that starting 11 spot as well. And so, first game of the season, but also not really of the season yet, because, well, this is just a Super Cup. We are taking on Borussia Dortmund in the starting lineup. Doesn't really look that changed from last season at all. So in fact, from the second half of last season, there really is only one change in Ryan Cherki. But obviously, Marmoush is now permanent. He's our number 1 striker. We do have Mark Gahey competing for his starting spot for center back. I guess DeLitt as well. He's 86 overall. I thought DeLitt was a little bit higher overall. But those two signing up for center back partnership with Cabarsi. And then obviously after that, we could still be in the window theoretically if we want to improve a right back or even a center defensive mid. But for now, that's kind of where we're at. We'll see what happens with that. But it is here, the Super Cup here in Cologne. Borussia Dortmund versus RB Leipzig. Holler back into Marmoush. Marmoush opens up the score and making it 1-0. Lautaro Martinez makes it 1-1. Sojabai. Marmoush will bring it down. And Marmoush now. And Marmoush! Saved by Gregor Corbell. And out for a corner. First of our day, I think so. Yes. Dominic Sojabai. Cross comes in. Nemecha is there. He can't connect to it cleanly. Mark Gahey doesn't attempt to even win the ball, but he will win the second one here. Sojabai cross back in. It's Ryan Cherki for his first effort. I haven't seen him yet today. Sojabai, Guendouzi, Nemecha, back to Dominic. He'll have a shot cracked. It's blocked. It's out for another corner. The game's already suggesting me to sub out Ryan Cherki. That's actually insane. Sojabai, cross comes in. Nemecha not open there. Dominic Sojabai, second effort. It's a little bit too much on it. And we make a wholesale changes here. We bring on, for the first time in just over a year in his doping ban, Luis Openda is returning as striker. Antonio Nusa is coming on at left wing. Cabas is coming on for Mark Gahey. And Harvey Elliott is coming on for Solskjaer. We decided to keep Ethan Winery benched and allow Ryan Cherky to hopefully get into the game here. And here he is on the corner into Matteo Guendouzi. No, headed away for another corner, in which Ryan Cherky will put in again. Nemecha is there. Nemecha will find the back end net, and Ryan Cherky gets his first assist for the club. 2-1 here. Or is it 1-1? Did British? No, we. Yeah, it is 2-1. Okay. The update just did. The score is the update. It is 2-1. I was about to say, pretty sure Marmoush scored. He did. Nemecha. Luis Openda. Luis Openda gets taken down. Oh, I get a free kick when both my free kick takers are off the field. You've got to be kidding me. Ryan Cherky up and over the wall and straight to the keeper's hands. Gakpo, Dortmund running out of time here to try and push it to, I'm assuming, a penalty shootout if it goes level. I'm assuming it would have been a penalty shootout. It won't be here today because we will win. We will keep possession of the ball for these next 2 minutes and 30 seconds here. And in fact, we will just wait for it to say 92. We'll lose the ball, kick it out, and the referee will blow his whistle. And that is the first trophy done for the season. RB Leipzig 2, Borussia Dortmund 1.
Well, it's certainly a good way.
And here we go. There's a trophy. It belongs into the RB Leipzig cabinet. And now we get to kick off the Bundesliga season.
Well, they've got to enjoy.
We say goodbye to Tobias Rubio. You probably didn't even know he was here, but he's off to Burnley for 10 mil. And so we make one addition to this team as well. Another addition, I should say. We bring in center defensive midfield Englishman Kobe Mainoo, who in real life is possibly leaving Manchester United this summer. It's been rumored that he's unhappy with his lack of game time so far in this season after only just 2 games. By the time you're seeing this, it would be 3 games if he hasn't played. Who knows? We'll see what happens against Burnley. Hopefully he can get some game time. But apparently, Ruben Amorim thinks he should be competing with Bruno Fernandes for that center defensive mid role, when Bruno Fernandes is not a center defensive mid himself. And in fact, Bruno Fernandes is a natural 10, and that is where he could become one of the best players in the league, one of the best players in the world, as if he's playing a natural 10. But no, Ruben Amorim likes him at center defensive mid, which is going to kill off Kobe Mainoo and obviously continue to kill off Manchester United as well, because Bruno Fernandes just doesn't do anything at that CDM role. So Kobe Mainoo, welcome to the squad for 79 million. Welcome back. It's the first game of the season here, of the Bundesliga season, and we are taking on Gladbach. So let's see what we can do against this side. Obviously, we have the starting lineup. Matteo Guendouzi gets benched for Kobe Mainoo. And I think that could be the theme of the season. I mean, to be honest, that's why we bought in Kobe Mainoo, was to bench Matteo Guendouzi because, well, I didn't like Matteo. So that happens. And here is Kobe Mainoo into Dominic Solskjaer on his left foot. Good shot to open it up here. It's a great save. It's a corner, in which Dominic will look to whip it in. A back post. The keeper should collect it. He punches it into the path of Andre, who's able to clear it for Gladbach here. My goal is to get Mr. Ryan Cherky more involved in this game. Hollaback. Nemecha. Dominic Solskjaer. Back to Nemecha. Out wide for Cherky. Cherky crossed in. Hollaback is there. It's a great save by the keeper. Solskjaer. Ryan Cherky. Into Nemecha. Nemecha over the top for Ryan. No second ball. Marmoush heads it down to Dominic. Into Nemecha. Nemecha into Hollaback. And Hollaback on his left foot. It's saved and just out for a corner. It nearly got saved into the back of his own net. Solskjaer to whip it in. This time a little bit further away from the keeper. And Nemecha is there. And Nemecha has his second goal of the season here. It's RB Leipzig. 1-0 here against Gladbach. We open up the scoring. Why is the scoreboard taking so long to update? Usually it's quite quick. Who knows, but we'll take the lead. Mecha, Pedroporo, Marmoush, Hollaback for the second to double the lead, 2-0. And Luis Openda will make his re-debut here for the Bundesliga action as well. His first game in the Bundesliga for well over a year. Guendouzi comes on from the Mecha, and Ethan Winery comes on Dominic Sojabai. He comes on at right wing, and Ryan Cherky gets pushed to Cam. And that's full time. We win the first game of the season 2-0. We win the second game of the season, and Cherky gets a brace on a simulation here against Wolfsburg. A 2-1 win there. And a very dominant 6-0 win here. Sojabai, Nemecha, Hollaback, Sojabai, and Hollaback. So a hat trick for Sojabai, a brace for Hollaback, a 6-0 domination for RB Leipzig. And here we have our Champions League opponents. We open it up at home against Aston Villa. And then we stay at home for the second game here against Manchester City. In October, we have our first away trip to Spain for Valencia. We also have Proven Munster in the DFB Pokal next round as well. We go away to Celtic for another game there. Juventus is the midway point here against them at home. We go away to Italy for Inter Milan, and then in January we close it off home against AZ, and then away in France against Paris Saint-Germain. So honestly, quite a hard Champions League fixture list there, but I do obviously think we will be able to finish in the top 8 relatively easy. And we'll start it off here against Aston Villa at the Red Bull Arena. And here we go, first Champions League. Kobe Mainu. Omar Marmoush over the top for Ryan Cherky. Ryan Cherky, a good first touch and into the back end net. 1-0. Padella, Rogers, Marcus Leonardo, 1-1. What's up with a weak score, and they equalized relatively quickly. Sojabai. Out wide for Hollaback to great ball. The defender is slow. And Hollaback on his left foot. Saved by Diego Costa. Punched up in the air by Diego Costa. And Marmoush is going to be offside, so they'll get the ball. Cherky. Mainu. Hollaback takes the lead back right before the break. 2-1. It's 2-2. They get through. I mean, Hollaback trying to do something with 1 minute remaining. Hollaback, Guendouzi, Dominic Sojabai. Dominic Sojabai for the winner! RB Leipzig open up the league phase with the win. Last kick of the game, well over the 1 minute of added time, and Dominic Sojabai slots it into the back end net underneath the keeper's legs. 3-2 for the German side. And that is full time, a 3-2 win. And we end the episode after the first 3 games with 10 goals for, 1 goal against. Well then, I mean, domination. You want to talk about domination. We have the same goal difference as points. And when we come back, we'll have the next round, or the first round for us, of the DFB Pokal against Proven Munster. We'll also have more Champions League action against teams like Man City, Juventus, Inter Milan, and the likes of those. So I will see y'all there tomorrow. Live, like, subscribe, and peace out.